Good morning and welcome to MAC2311 or Calc 1. Today we will be starting with section 3.1 out of the textbook. So section 3.1 focuses on how to differentiate or take the derivative of constant functions, power functions, polynomials, and exponential functions. In the next few videos, I will be going over how to differentiate constant functions and power functions, and then Tahara will be focusing on polynomials and exponential functions in her section. So this video is about the constant function, and the constant function is written as f of x is equal to c, where c is a constant. It's preferable to write it as a positive integer because they're just easier to work with, but really c is just a number. The graph of f of x is equal to c is written as y equals c, which is drawn as a horizontal line with a slope of 0. And all horizontal lines have a slope of 0, so the constant function will always be written and drawn like this. So I'll give you a minute to copy this graph down. It's pretty simple to draw, but it's important to recognize what the constant function is right off the bat based off of its graph. Okay, so to understand how to take the derivative of the constant function, we can use the definition of the derivative, which is f prime of x is equal to the limit of h approaches 0 of f of x plus h minus f of x over h. And we can substitute in our constant function, which is f of x is equal to c, such that the limit as h approaches 0 is of c minus c over h. And because c and c are equal, we will end up with just 0 in our numerator over h, and that is equal to 0. So just like how the slope of our constant function is 0, the derivative of f of x is equal to c is also 0. We can understand that f prime of x is equal to 0 because f of x equals c and has a slope of 0. So the tangent lines of a horizontal line are probably the same. They're written or drawn about the same. So when you think about it, we're finding the graph of the tangent line of a horizontal line, and it's going to have the same value of 0. So some examples of how to use how to take the derivative of the constant function are here. So find the derivative of f of x is equal to 3. Well, 3 is just some number. It is just a constant number. So if f of x is equal to 3, then its derivative will be 0. F of x is equal to 476, even a super large number. We don't like to look at really big numbers in calc. We prefer easy to work with numbers, just in any math class, really. But even the derivative of such a large number is still 0 because it is just a number, it is just a constant value. The graph of y is equal to 72. Again, it doesn't matter how big our number is, as long as it is just a number, its derivative will be equal to 0. And we just have one more example of f of x is equal to the square root of 9. Well, square root of 9 is 3 plus or minus 3, which is just a number again. So any graph of any constant function will have a slope of 0, and therefore its derivative will always equal 0. So if there are any questions, feel free to ask them after this video ends. You're welcome to go back and watch this video again if you need me to slow down. You can just pause the video at any point to write down anything you might have missed. In our next videos, we will be going over the power rule and the power functions and how to take the derivative of such. Thank you.